Yeah. We did radio check. That's all good. Do you want to do one, Jaret? I didn't hear yours. She's on! My name is Abby Cooper. I'm a professional photographer and creative director. I specialize in remote backcountry locations, and over the course of my career, I've been able to gain a deeper understanding through formal education as far as avalanche forecasting, weather forecasting, and general travel in the backcountry. So most recently, I've adapted the use of FATMAP, and I am a big fan. I love being able to use it at home on my computer screen and map out my entire day, and then as well as when I'm in the field, I can reference things on my phone really easily. So this video is a recap of a recent photo shoot that I did in the backcountry. At the start of today's shoot, we arrived at the parking lot, unloaded the sleds, packed up our gear, and did a quick safety debrief and headed out. Last night, I double-checked the avalanche forecast and the weather bulletin, and given what the forecast was saying and some recent observations in the area, I came up with a plan A, B, and C just to make sure that we could have a few options once we actually got out into the field and saw what was going on. Once we got into the basin, we ditched our sleds, got on our touring gear, and headed up to do an inspection of our first choice. So option A, we got up there and checked in with FATMAP, make sure that we were at a proper elevation and aspect to dig a safety pit that would match what we would see if we committed to the entire line. Turns out we didn't really like what we saw. Storm slab to go, anyone? Wanna touch it? Wanna eat it? And so we kind of poked around further. We ended up getting a small lap in for our, let's call it line B. And after that, we totally did a 180 and moved over to plan C. So I was really grateful that we mapped out a few options and could adapt our plans to the conditions, because it's definitely been a variable season out here, and having that ability to check with the different layers on FATMAP while I'm out in the field is huge, to check for start zones, especially when the sky is low, limited visibility, flat light. Also check for elevation, aspect, all that good stuff. It makes it easy to pivot when I need to. So once we committed to plan C, we were able to get all the shots that we needed for the client, found some pretty decent snow, and myself and the athletes had a really good time. So I was really stoked to be able to have FATMAP out here to just help me pivot while I'm in the field, check in on all those layers, and make big decisions on the spot.